Hey you all, it's Susie at the 412 Homestead. It's a lazy weekend day, but we're going to make some fantastic no-bake cookies, but we're going to kick it up a notch today. What you're going to need is you're going to need some oats, some cocoa powder, some milk, vanilla. We're going to add in some peanut butter and some nuts. We're going to use pecans. And I'm going to add in some coconut. We need some butter, some sugar. We got to just do this in the saucepan. There's no baking. It's going to be easy and it's going to be delicious. So let's get started. All right, you guys, I told you it was going to be simple. So what you need is a half a cup of butter. So that's one stick. There's 8 tablespoons in a stick of butter. We're going to just give it a little rough chop, just so we're not trying to melt great old big pieces of butter. So we're just going to cut that in a few pieces. We're going to dump this in our saucepan here. And then we need a rag. We need to have 2 cups of sugar. You'll need to get 2 cups of sugar in your saucepan. We're going to combine this all together, melt this on the stove. Now we need a half a cup of milk. Just pour that right in your saucepan. And then we're going to need a quarter of a cup of cocoa. Now, none of the things that I am using is name brand stuff, so you don't have to go buy the expensive stuff. This will be just fine, but this is just the powdered cocoa. A quarter of a cup. Dump that in your pan. Now I'm going to give that a stir. We're going to head over to the stove and we're going to get this melted. We've moved over to the stove and we're going to mix this up. We got to melt the butter and the sugar. We've got our milk and our cocoa powder in here. We have to melt the butter, and it says once that's all melted and incorporated, then we're going to boil it for 60 seconds and take it off the heat. All right, we are all melted up. I'm going to show you guys exactly how we've got that a thin consistency. Now what we're going to do is we've got to add in our half a teaspoon of vanilla. Whoop, that's more than half, but that's okay. I don't think vanilla ever hurt anything in excess. And then we need, you know what, I'm not even going to measure it. We need a half a cup of creamy peanut butter. So I'm going to think just a little bit more. So that is my guessing at a half a cup. And we want to get that mixed in. Get that incorporated. That heat's going to break down that peanut butter. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to get 3 cups of oats mixed in this pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my 3 cups of oats in my clear bowl. And I'm going to add a little bit of coconut and some pecans in there. And then I'm just going to pour the chocolate right over the top of that. That way I've got plenty of room to get it all mixed together. Simple as that, you guys. Simple, simple. If you guys are liking our videos, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. You know, we're trying to think of things that the school is starting. I'm sure that there's families out there with kids, grandkids. They need some after-school snacks, and we're thinking of things that we can do for treats for our kids. I think these no-bake cookies will be easy. They are good. Be easy for you to try, so we'll come up with, we've got a lot more ideas that we're going to do. So, all right, I think we've got that peanut butter all mixed in there. So we're going to just trade spots here. And I'm going to put in my 3 cups of oats. And I've just got some quick oats here. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Yep, that looks good to me. So we got our 3 cups of oats. And I'm just going to say we're going to do about a half a cup of our coconut here. Find something to cut this with. And we've got to chop up some of those pecans. But I'm just going to put about a half a cup of just some shredded coconut in here. And we got to find our chopper and we got to chop up some pecans because what I bought was pecan halves. I've used up all of my pecans at Christmas time, so it's about time to buy some more. So we're going to get those chopped up. We'll be back in just a second. All right, you guys, I chopped up this says approximately a half a cup. It's a 2-ounce package of pecan halves. That's what I put in that. Just for your recipe, let's put this over here out of the way. And what I'm going to do, we've got our 3 cups of oats, our half a cup of coconut, and our half a cup of pecans. I'm just going to pour our mixture right over the top. And we're going to mix those up. And you guys, we are almost done. All you have to do is just mix this up, drop it by the spoonful onto a cookie sheet that's been lined with parchment paper. I've got some baking paper, whether that's the same thing. Looks like it'll work for me. So I'm going to use that because that's what I have. But you just mix this up, and what you do is you let it set up. I'm probably going to put it in the ice box just so it can maybe harden up a little bit faster because we're ready for a treat. But it smells really, really good and easy. You know, I think this is easy enough that if you have some kids or grandkids that are old enough to get in the kitchen and help you, this would be something that they would enjoy getting to help do. You know, kids like to make memories. I know that my grandkids are always, Granny, Granny, can we do this? Can we do that? So stir up a batch. Let them help you. And you know what? If they make a mess, so what? You can clean it up. All right, we have got that all mixed up. And I have 2 cookie sheets ready just in case I need both pans, but we're going to start off with one. And all you're going to do, and if you have a scoop, you could use a scoop. I'm just using this spoon here. And it says you can mash them out if you want to, make them a little flatter, however you want to do it. I'm just going to try to get them in a nice round little pile. And as soon as we get these all dropped on, we're going to put them in the ice box, let them harden up, and they're going to be ready to eat. So again, you guys, if you're enjoying our content, if you haven't liked and subscribed, I'd ask you to do that now. Helps us grow our channel. We're growing slowly, and that's okay. We're just appreciative of everybody that has subscribed and all your nice comments, so we appreciate that. But we're going to get these all scooped up, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, you all, we got them all dished out. We come up with 34 cookies. Maybe I made them a little big. Maybe you could get more than that. But what we're going to do is, all we got to do is put them in the ice box, let them harden up, so we'll get them plated for you as soon as they're ready. All right, you guys, we got those cookies all set up out of the ice box. They are good and set up. I got a team of little kids waiting out there. I think it's going to try a cookie, give it the taste test and see if they pass. But we wound up with 34 cookies. Somehow one of them come up missing. I don't know what happened to that cookie. But you guys, this is just an idea for those after school snacks. Easy to do and tasty. So you know what? Let's just try one. That's good. That's good, you guys. Well, hey, thank you for stopping by the 412 Homestead. I'm Susie. We're going to have some cookies. Till we see you again, God bless.